Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear students. How are you? I hope you'd be fine. This is Think New Syllabus Mathematics Book 2, and today we are going to start a new chapter. That is chapter number 6 of this textbook, in which we are going to deal with the profit and loss concept, which incorporates the concept of percentage that you have learned in grade 6 and 7. So let's begin with question number 1. Starting from question number 1, we have been provided with cost price, selling price, and we have to find out profit or loss incurred. First of all, we have to identify that what is cost price, what is selling price, and how do we make profit or loss. So it's basically a concept of business. Whenever we buy something or we buy something, and whenever we sell it, so there is a process of cost price, selling price, and a profit and loss. So if we have bought something at $40, right, and then I sold it at a higher price than the cost at which I purchased it. For example, I bought it at $40 and sold it at $45. It means I have sold it at at increase of $5. That is $5 is greater in the selling price. So we can say that whenever the selling price is greater than the cost price, we have incurred a profit. We have got a profit. $5 which will go straight into my pocket. So if the selling price is greater, there would be a profit. And how do we calculate it? We can say that profit is equals to selling price minus cost price, right? So if the selling price is $45 and cost price is $40, we have a profit of $5. Simple, right? And if in the reverse case, when the cost price is higher than the selling price, like if the cost price is $600, but the selling price is less than the cost price, because I incurred $600 in buying that particular object, whatever it is, right? I bought something at a cost of $600, right? I gave the shopkeeper $600 to buy something. But when I sold it, so I sold it at a price of $480, not more than $600, but less than it. So it means I have made a loss over here. So we can say loss is equals to cost price minus selling price. Why? Because in this case, cost price would be more than the selling price. So if it is the case, we will have a loss. So if we subtract it, we will have a loss of $120. Okay, now let's talk about how to calculate the percentage. If we have to calculate the percentage of profit or loss, whatever we have made, as a percentage of cost price, then what will happen? And if we have to find out the profit and loss as a percentage of selling price, then what we have to do? These are the two different types of questions that we have to deal. We will just focus on the wordings, profit and loss as a percentage of cost price. If the statement says profit or loss as a percentage of cost price, then we will divide it with CP. And if we have to find out the percentage of profit and loss as a percentage of selling price, then we will put selling price in the denominator. By making this fraction, we will simply multiply them with 100. That's it. Because to find out percentage, we have already learned in detail that we have to make a fraction. We'll put the part in the numerator, the total in the denominator, and multiply it by 100% to find out the percentage. So if we'll do it, we'll get the percentage very easily. What is the profit in the first case? We have got a profit of 5. The cost price is given as 40. And we'll multiply it by 100%. Right? But if there is profit and loss percentage that we have to find as a percentage of selling price, then again, I'll write $5 profit in the numerator, but this time I'm going to write $45 selling price in the denominator, right? Now we will simplify it. 5 ones are 5, 5 8s are 40, 4 2s are 8, 4 25s are 100, 2 ones are 2, 2 12.5s are 100%. So the percentage of profit as cost price is 12.5%. But when we talk about the profit percentage as a percentage of selling price, it would be 5 ones are 5, 5 nines are 45. And when we will divide it by 100, we will get 11.11%. So you see, there's a difference. The first one is 12.5%, and the second one is 11.11%. Right? We have to do the same with the loss as well. How? What we will do, we'll simply use the same formula. Loss upon CP multiply by 100%. Loss upon SP multiply by 100%. In the first case, we'll write the loss in the numerator, that is 120. But in the denominator, we are going to write the cost price, which was 600. And then we have to calculate the percentage as a selling price. So this time we are going to take the new denominator as the selling price, which was 480. But in both the cases, since we are finding the percentage, we'll multiply them by 100%. Right? So basically, putting the values in the correct position is very important. The 2 zeros will cut the 2 zeros. 6 ones are 6, 6 twos are 12, and we are left with 20. So it means here we have a loss of 20% of cost price. But when we talk about profit loss as a percentage of selling price, 2 zeros will cut each other. 12 ones are 12, 12 fours are 48, 4 ones are 4, 4 25s are. It means there is a loss of 25% of selling price, right? The loss is 25%, a huge loss, 1/4 of the selling price. So it's the simple thing that we have learned. Now we have to talk about if the cost price is given and the profit loss as a percentage of cost price is given, but we are not provided with the selling price, no profit and loss as a percentage of selling price, then what can we do? So let's start from here. What was the formula that we used to find out the percentage of cost price, profit as a percentage of cost price? We'll use the same formula. What was the formula? Profit percentage is equals to profit upon cost price multiplied by 100%. Right? So what we will do, we will use the same formula. How? Look, we'll substitute the values that are given in this situation. Cost price is given, so we'll write cost price over here of 88,000. Simple, right? Profit is missing, so we'll write P over here. And profit percentage is also given as 4%. Now, all we need to do is we'll just make this profit the subject because we have to find out the value of profit. So what we will do, we'll remove this 88,000 from here. We'll remove this 100% from here. So what would it be? It would be like this. If we write it as P upon 88,000 multiplied by 100% is equals to 4%. This is how first we'll write it. We'll shuffle the places, right? Whatever is on the right hand side will come on the left hand side. Whatever is on the left hand side will go on the right hand side. And now we'll start. So if we start simplifying it, it could be like P upon 88,000 is equals to 4% upon 100%. Percentage sign on either sides will cut each other. Then what are we left with? P upon 88,000. So it would be 4. P is equals to 4 multiplied by 88,000 upon 100. Why haven't I simplified 4 with 100? Because I knew there are 2 zeros which would simplify the 2 zeros of 88,000. So it would be 4 multiplied by 880. Simple. And here we go. So how much profit have we got? 880 multiplied by 4 is equals to 3520. It means there is a profit of 3,520. You see? What we did, we simply used the formula of profit percentage as cost price, which gave us the profit. And here we have got the profit. After we have got the profit, we have already been provided with the cost price. So now we can calculate the selling price, because we know profit is equals to selling price minus cost price, means selling price is equals to profit plus cost price. All we need to do is we just have to add 88,000 with the profit. So we'll get 91520. You see, all we need to do is we just have to find out profit or loss, be it any method, using any method, right? And after we have got the profit, now we can easily find out the profit percentage, profit as a percentage of selling price. How? Using the same formula, which is like P upon SP multiplied by 100%. So this time what we will do, we'll put profit in the numerator, which is 3520, selling price in the denominator, which is 91520, multiplying it by 100%. That's it. So if we divide 3520 with 91520 and multiply it by 100, we will get 3.8 something. That is 3.8%. Let's do question number 2 first, and then we'll complete the table. In this question, it's basically related to first two parts. A florist buy roses at $18 per dozen. What does it mean? It means that a florist is buying 1 dozen roses for $18. 1 dozen means 12 roses. He is buying 12 roses at a cost of $18. Right? The cost of, we can say the cost of 12 roses is equals to $18. Right? Per dozen means 12 roses. If she sells them at $1.2 each, now they're not telling us that she is selling 12, that is a dozen roses at $1.2, but now they are telling us that each of the rose has been sold at $1 each. So what we have to do, we have to express our loss. It means there is a loss. If they're saying we have to express our loss as a percentage of our selling price, first we have to calculate the selling price, right? How can we calculate the selling price? We can say that cost price is given. Cost price of 12 roses is equals to simple. It's given in the question as $18, right? Now we have to find out the selling price. If she has sold each at $1.2, it means the selling price of the same number of roses, that is 12 roses, would be 1.2 multiplied by 12. If you multiply 12 by 12, we will get 144. But since there is point, it would be $14.4. It means the selling price of 12 roses is 14.4, right? So how much loss has she incurred? The loss is equals to cost price minus selling price. What is the cost price? 18. And we can see it's clear that there is a loss. Since she bought the roses at $18, right? At a price of $18, but she sold it at a lower price, that is at a total of $14.4. So there is a loss of around $3.6, right? This is the loss. After we have calculated the loss, what we have to do, we have to express her loss as a percentage of her selling price, right? So what two quantities we have to take? If we have to calculate the percentage of loss, we will use the formula loss upon selling price, because we have to express this percentage of her selling price, right? And then we will multiply it by 100%. The loss is $3.6. Selling price is $14.4. And we will have to multiply it by 100%. Right? It would be, if you multiply 3.6 by 100, we will get 360. And then we have to divide it by 14.4. So the final answer would be 25%. It means there is a loss of 25%, right? Let's do question number 3. In this question, profit and profit percentage of the cost price is given. How? The profit on a refrigerator is 35% of the cost price. This percentage is given. What percentage? The profit percentage of the cost price is given, right? So we can use this formula. And after this statement, the profit is also given. If the profit is PKR 217,000, we have to find out the cost price and the selling price. So what are we going to do? We will use the formula of profit percentage is equals to profit upon cost price multiplied by 100%. To find the profit percentage, or to find the cost price out of the profit and profit percentage, we will use the same formula for these two questions, right? How are we going to do this question? Since we know what is the percentage, it is 35%. Profit is also given as 217,000. But we have to find out the cost price. So you see, we will make CP the subject. How we will make it subject? We know that CP is dividing over here. So when we will move it to the left hand side, it will take the place of 35% and it would be like this. CP is equals to 217,000 upon 35% multiplied by 100%. So these two percentages signs would cut each other, right? Now, what we have to do? We just have to simplify them. So, we'll simplify them by 217,000 divided by 35 multiplied by 100 is equals to 620,000. It means the cost price would be 620,000. And after finding the cost price, we can easily find out the selling price. How? We know that if there is a profit, it means the selling price would be more than the cost price. The selling price would be CP plus profit, right? CP is 620,000 and profit is given as 217,000. So selling price would be the sum of these two quantities, which would be 837,000. This is the selling price. How easy it is. We are using only one formula to find out the cost price. If the profit and its percentage is given, we are using the same formula to find out the profit. If the cost price and the profit is given, and we will also use the same formula to find out the profit if the cost price and the profit percentage are given. Now let's get back to the original question, question number 1, part D, where we have been provided with the cost price and the loss of 22.5%. So we have to do this question the same way. If we have to calculate the loss percentage, what do? We just put the loss in the numerator and the cost price in the denominator and multiply it by 100%. Out of the three quantities, we are provided with the loss percentage and the cost price. So what we will do, we will simply substitute the values that are given. So the percentage of loss is 22.5%. Loss is not given, So we'll put L over here, and CP is also given as 5680. We'll multiply it by 100%. So whenever we have such a case where the unknown value is on the right hand side, so first we are going to make it the subject. How? We will shuffle their places. We'll write L upon 5680 multiply by 800, 100% on the left hand side, and we'll write 22.5% on the right hand side. Why I'm doing this? Because it makes our calculations way easier. Now what we will do, we will remove 100% from here. Since 100% is multiplied to L over here, so we'll divide it on the right hand side. So it would be 22.5% upon 100%, right? And then we are dividing 5680 with the loss on the left hand side, so it will get multiplied on the right hand side, and it would be 5680 on the right hand side, right? So now next, what are we going to do? We will simplify it. Percentage sign will cut each other. What are we left with? 22.5 multiplied by 568. So if we multiply 22.5 with 5680, we will get a total of 127,800. And when we'll divide it by 100, we will get a loss of 127. You see, again, we have used the same formula. That is, loss or profit percentage is equals to profit or loss upon cost price multiplied by 100%. So here we go. The loss is incurred of $1,278. Now, since there is a loss, it means the selling price is less than the cost price. So what we will do to find out the selling price? We'll find it as selling price. We know that loss is equals to cost price minus selling price. It means selling price in this case is equals to cost price minus loss. So it would be cost price is given as 5680 and the loss is 1278. So if we subtract 5680 with the loss, that is 1278, we will get a total of 4402. You see, the selling price is less than the cost price. After subtracting it, after subtracting the loss from the cost price, we have got a smaller selling price from the cost price. And now we can easily find out the loss as a percentage of its selling price. How? Using the same formula. So the loss percentage would be simple, 1278 upon 4402 multiplied by 100%, and by solving it, you will get a total of 29%. Now we have a quite tricky question, because this time we are also going to use the same formula. This time we are not provided with cost price nor the profit and loss, but we are only provided with profit and loss as a percentage of cost price and the selling price. How can we use the same formula we were talking about earlier? So in this case also, we are going to use the same formula. If there is a profit, we'll use the formula of profit percentage, that is profit upon cost price. We'll not use the formula of profit upon selling price. Okay? And we'll multiply it by 100%. A question arises over here that why are we not using the formula profit percentage is equals to P upon SP when the selling price is given? Because the percentage that is given is corresponding percentage of the profit and loss as a percentage of cost price. So we cannot use the formula for the selling price. Okay. So here what are we going to do? We will replace this profit. Since profit is not given, by the formula, profit is equals to selling price minus cost price. And by doing so, we are only left with unknown one variable. That is the CP. So what we will do, we'll substitute all the values that are given to us in this particular equation. Profit percentage is given, and this profit percentage belongs to cost price. Therefore, we are using the formula of profit percentage is equals to profit upon CP, right? Which is 17 whole 1 upon 4%. And if we convert it into decimal, it is 17.25%. Okay. Selling price is given as 28.14, but CP is not given. So we will keep it as it is upon CP again. And then we will write it as multiply by 100%. Okay. Since we don't have to calculate the percentage over here, so we can remove 100% from here. Why? Because 100% means 1. 100% is equals to, just keep this in mind, 100% means 100 upon 100. If we remove the percentage sign, it will be replaced by upon 100. So 100 upon 100 means 1. So we can write it as acha. In this case, what we can do, we will move CP over here. So it could be like 17.25% CP is equals to 28.14 minus CP multiply by 1. And multiply by 1 will give us the same answer. So we are not putting it anymore. Instead, what are we going to do? In the second step, we will replace this percentage sign also, and it will give us upon 100 as well. And when we will solve it, we will get 0.1725. What to do next? There are two CPs, right? And since both are unknown, both are same, so we have to collect them together. It would be like 0.1725 CP over here is equals to 28.14 minus CP. Now what we will do to find out the value of CP, we will move this CP on the left hand side as well. Now it becomes 0.1725 CP plus CP is equals to 28.14. You need to practice these type of questions to have a good grip over them. How to solve these type of questions, okay? Now, the quotient of this CP is 0.1725 and second CP is 1. So 1 plus 1.725 is 1.1725 CP altogether is equals to 28.14. This is all you have learned in detail in grade 6. And now, in the next step, what we will do, we will divide 28.14 with 1.725. That's it. Right? And since there are decimals involved, so to make your calculations easier, you can multiply both by 10,000 because there are 4 zeros in the denominator, and this will help you out in solving your question. So it will be 281400 upon 11725. And when you start simplifying them, you will get the answer of 24. That's it. It means the cost price is $24. That's it. So we'll write the cost price as 24. After finding the cost price, we can easily calculate the profit. The profit would be 28.14 minus 24, which is 4.14. And now we have to calculate the profit loss as a percentage of selling price. So what we will do, we will find this percentage by putting it in the numerator, the selling price in the denominator, and multiplying it by 100%. That's it. And since there is a profit, so we'll get a percentage of profit. And this would be 14.7%. And we have to do part F the same way, exactly the same way. So we will use the same formula. Loss percentage is equal to loss upon CP, but instead of writing SP minus CP in place of loss, we are going to write CP minus SP because we know loss is equivalent to cost price minus selling price. And we are going to solve this question the same way, exactly the same way we have solved the previous question. So first we are going to make CP the subject, and then we'll start solving it like this, step by step, step by step. And the final answer would be $545 It means the cost price is $545. And now you can see that cost price is greater than the given selling price. It means the answer would be correct. So if cost price is 545 and the selling price is 506.85, it means the loss would be CP minus SP, which is equals to 38.15. So there is a loss of $38.15. And since there is a loss, so we will divide it in the next step with 506.85 and multiply it by 100%. So we will get a loss of 7.5%. This is the final answer. So this is how we are going to deal with all these type of questions. Inshallah, in the next video, we are going to do few more questions. Until then, take care. Allah Hafiz.